The night is still. A chill wind whispers through the trees. We are drawn to stories of darkness, tales that send shivers down our spines. Few figures embody this fascination like Dracula. Born from ancient fears and folklore, Dracula has transcended time. He haunts our imaginations, a captivating blend of horror and allure. This is the story of his dark origins, a journey into the heart of a legend. Dracula is more than just a fictional creation. He reflects our deepest anxieties, our fascination with the unknown. His story explores themes of good versus evil, mortality, and the seductive power of the forbidden. Join me as we venture into the shadows, tracing the roots of a legend that continues to captivate and terrify us. We will uncover the historical figures, literary influences, and cultural contexts that breathed life into Dracula. Our journey begins with Bram Stoker, the man who gave Dracula his name. Born in Dublin, Ireland in 1847, Stoker was a sickly child. Confined to his bed, he devoured books and listened to his mother's chilling tales of Irish folklore. These early experiences ignited his imagination and planted the seeds for his future masterpiece. Stoker's life was a tapestry of diverse experiences. He worked as a civil servant, a theatre critic, and a personal assistant to the renowned actor Henry Irving. These roles brought him into contact with a wide range of people and exposed him to the darker side of Victorian society. All the while, the idea for a truly terrifying story brewed in his mind. A story that would draw upon his childhood fears, his fascination with the occult, and his knowledge of European history and folklore. The vampire myth, however, predates Stoker by centuries. Tales of blood-drinking creatures have existed in cultures around the world since ancient times. In Mesopotamia, there were stories of Lamastu, a female demon who preyed on pregnant women and children. Ancient Greece feared the Empusae, shape-shifting demons with a taste for blood. These early myths reflect a universal human fear of the unknown, of death and what lies beyond. They provided explanations for unexplained illnesses, sudden deaths, and the chilling feeling of being watched in the dark. Over the centuries, these disparate beliefs coalesced into the figure of the vampire as we know it. A creature of darkness, forever locked in a state of living death, sustained by the blood of the living. No exploration of Dracula's origins would be complete without mentioning Vlad III, also known as Vlad the Impaler. A 15th century ruler of Wallachia, present-day Romania, Vlad was a ruthless warrior known for his brutal methods of punishment, particularly impalement. His cruelty earned him a fearsome reputation, one that would later inspire Stoker's most famous creation. While Vlad was not a vampire in the literal sense, his bloodthirsty reign and his connection to Transylvania, the region where Dracula's castle is located, made him a fitting source of inspiration. Stoker, however, drew only loosely on Vlad's historical persona. He was more interested in the psychological impact of such a figure, the chilling effect of a name whispered in fear. Section 5. Dracula's birth, Stoker's masterpiece takes shape. For 7 years, Stoker meticulously researched vampire folklore, European history, and the geography of Transylvania. He filled notebooks with ideas, character sketches, and plot outlines. He drew inspiration from literary works like John Polidori's The Vampire from 1819 and Sheridan Le Fanu's Carmilla from 1872, both of which helped to shape the modern vampire archetype. Finally, in 1897, Dracula was published. The novel, told through a series of diary entries, letters, and ship's logs, introduced the world to Count Dracula, a Transylvanian nobleman who travels to England in search of fresh blood. The story follows a group of individuals who dare to oppose the Count, ultimately culminating in a climactic battle between good and evil. Section 6. A cinematic awakening from page to screen, Nosferatu and beyond. Dracula was an immediate success, captivating readers with its chilling atmosphere, suspenseful plot, and unforgettable villain. The novel's impact on popular culture was profound, solidifying the vampire as a fixture of horror literature and paving the way for countless adaptations in theatre, film and television. One of the most iconic early adaptations was F. W. Murnau's silent film Nosferatu from 1922. Although not a direct adaptation due to copyright issues, the film borrowed heavily from Stoker's novel, introducing the world to the chilling image of Count Orlok, a gaunt, rat-like vampire who embodied the horrors of the First World War. This marked the beginning of Dracula's reign over the silver screen, a reign that continues to this day. Section 7. The Undying Count Dracula's Cultural Afterlife. Over the decades, Dracula has been portrayed in countless films, television shows, books, comics, and video games. Each generation has reinterpreted the character, reflecting their own anxieties and fascinations. From Bela Lugosi's iconic portrayal in the 1931 film Dracula, to Christopher Lee's chilling performance as the Count in the Hammer horror films, Dracula has remained a fixture of popular culture. Dracula's image has become instantly recognizable, his name synonymous with the vampire myth. He has inspired countless other vampire stories, from Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles to Stephenie Meyer's Twilight Saga, each offering a unique take on the vampire archetype. Section 8. From horror to heartthrob, the evolving face of the vampire. Interestingly, the portrayal of vampires in popular culture has shifted over time. While early depictions emphasized their monstrous nature, later adaptations often portrayed vampires as more sympathetic and even romantic figures. This shift reflects changing societal attitudes towards sexuality, morality, and the nature of good and evil. This evolution is particularly evident in the Twilight series, which presents vampires as beautiful, brooding figures caught between their thirst for blood and their capacity for love. This romanticized view of the vampire has resonated with younger audiences, further cementing Dracula's legacy as a cultural icon. Section 9. Dracula's legacy, a timeless figure of darkness and desire. Dracula's enduring appeal lies in his ability to tap into our deepest fears and desires. He represents the allure of the forbidden, the thrill of the unknown, and the seductive power of darkness. His story reminds us that monsters are not always lurking in the shadows. Sometimes they reside within us. As long as we continue to be drawn to the mysteries of the night, to the thrill of fear and the allure of the unknown, Dracula will continue to haunt our imaginations. His story, born from ancient fears and literary tradition, has become a timeless classic, a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and the shadowy corners of the human psyche.